Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, and we do take into account losses. So for further details about in-depth strategy and how to join us on the challenge, details are in the description below. In the previous video, we did important stock updates on ticker symbol CYN, Syngent, and also ticker symbol ATER, Aterian. So please refer back to the previous video for important updates on both stocks. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at a new stock, ticker symbol RDBX, which is new to the channel, but it's a stock that has been being discussed in the Discord, so stay tuned for an update on REDBOX. Before we do that, a quick update on ticker symbol MMAT Metamaterials. There has been a development on the screen here. I'm going to share with you a tweet from JBridge9, and on the screen here he's tagged in George as well. And in the tweet we have some developments here, and you'll be able to see on the screen. The tweet states, "Congratulations on the holy grail of patents, full steam ahead, MMAT." So let's have a look at the details of this new patent. So on the screen here we can see some general details with regard to the patent. So in terms of the patent, it's for a sensor, and the application was initially filed in 2015 by Medical Wireless Sensing Limited, and we can see right now, getting up to date on the 12th of April, this was an application that was granted. So that's great news for the company, and we can see at the top here, in terms of the key inventors, we have George Palikaris also identified. So what is this about? So this is something that is there to provide coupled electromagnetic radiation into or out of a biological material. So it's for medical technology. It's also the first metamaterial comprising a substrate component having a thickness no greater than the first wavelength of the electromagnetic radiation and a plurality of elements supported by the substrate component. So overall we have some images there. We have a strong patent, and again, in terms of potential, this in the medical sector, long term, again, I think there is going to be great potential here. Short term, this is not going to lead to a contract, it's not going to lead to revenue. So I'm sure many of you will know right now that Metamaterials is actually a long-term play, and short term I still expect quite a significant amount of volatility going forward. So before we make a start on ticker symbol RDBX REDBOX, I'd like to give a shout out to one of the Discord members who actually called this stock out. So this was not actually called out by myself, it was called out by one of the Discord members, initially from the 3rd of February 2022. And you'll be able to see on the screen here, around that time the stock was trading just below $2, and the member said that he's preloaded. The company is preloaded on TVs. They have a REDBOX button on the remote, and he thinks with regard to negativity in terms of the revenue, obviously we've got the potential of COVID affecting that, but in terms of the company, they're offering commercials and a cheaper way to watch. So this is a potential competitor for Netflix, and obviously we're looking at lots of revenue potentially from advertising, and I'm sure you're all aware that Netflix do not have advertising currently on any of their streaming platforms. So this is also something that they're going to make way in terms of gaming, on-demand gaming. So huge potential. It's at the time of the call, and here the member stated that they was only trading publicly for 3 months, and in his view it's an investment that is worth holding. So before we look at the current chart and share price for REDBOX, I'm going to bring you up to date with regard to current news and current developments. So I'm going to share with you here an article from Investment U, and this is from April the 28th, 2022. So we can see the headline here: REDBOX stock is better streaming model than Netflix ? So again, as I stated here, this is a potential strong competitor for Netflix. And we can see here in the article, it states that the stock jumped over 50% on the previous day, and it's also best known for its red kiosk placed outside retail locations, and it's also transforming the market in terms of what it does, and it's potentially a lot more profitable than its competitor Netflix in the future. So it's also a company that has recently gone public through a SPAC merger with Seaport Global Acquisition, so it's raced 130% up on high expectations, but it is extremely volatile. Then it went down approximately 85%. So what else can we see with regard to this article? So delving deeper into the article, we can see here in the next part of the article that the company has a competitive advantage, and this is with regard to its 40 million loyal members, and these members are part of a perks program, and that helps them to earn rewards which can then be used towards renting movies. So obviously Netflix has 222 million paid subscribers, so 40 million is not a lot compared to that. But again, if we look at a percentage or a fraction, then we're looking at around about 1/5. But the key difference here is REDBOX may be in a better position to monetize because of their different bases with regard to advertising, and this from a profit and business point of view is potentially going to give them more revenue. So with a single app, REDBOX gives you access to all its services. They have a free service as well as a premium service, and it's offered on all major platforms currently. So compared to Netflix, REDBOX is also easier in terms of monetization that we've just seen. We're looking at a 10 to 15% conversion rate with regard to the 40 million current users, and that could potentially achieve them over $1 billion in annual revenue. So as well as that, they have a loyalty program, and it's creating a new revenue model supported by multi-service users and looking at a new streaming contender. And I'm sure many of you will be aware that we have seen significant decline in Netflix. There is a lot more competition, so basically REDBOX is one of these competitors. However, I think we still got to identify this as a penny stock, and there are going to be a number of risks involved. So let's have a look at some further details in terms of the potential. So if we go halfway down the next article here, we can see in terms of the plans for growth, there are strong plans for growth with regard to the digital presence. In terms of the services offered so far, we have the REDBOX On Demand, and that is for movies and new releases. They have the REDBOX Free On Demand, and that is also for free content, but it's with advertising, so obviously that will still give them revenue. And in terms of number 3, they have the REDBOX Live Free Live TV, which has over 130 channels, also with advertisements. So although it's a small scale operation compared to Netflix, the potential is huge. So you're investing in something that has got the potential for huge growth. Similar to what you could say going back many years when people were potentially investing in Netflix. So it is high risk. So we've seen Netflix revenue grow 18% in 2021. So they did benefit quite strongly from the pandemic. But right now we have seen a significant decline in Netflix, but that may not be the case with REDBOX. And the final part of the article I'd like to share with you is with regard to a potential short squeeze. So we have seen the stock go quite significantly. So REDBOX has been gaining on the market. It's been up in excess of 50%. And as you've seen, when it was initially called in the Discord by one of the members, it was at that time trading under $2. So in terms of short interest, we have checked on Fintel, and unfortunately Fintel is not sharing information with regard to short interest. I will be updating you with regard to some interesting data from Ortex shortly, but in terms of the charts, let's have a look at the charts now. So I'm going to start by having a look at the 5-day chart. So on the screen here, you'll be able to see over the 5 days, the stock was actually up in excess of 108%. But on close of play on the Friday, it was also up in excess of 69%. So very, very strong movement. But what we can see here, 5 days ago, the stock was trading just over $3. At one point, it did get close to $4.50. Again, then as it's a penny stock, it has come down quite significantly from that $4.50, and at one point getting very, very close to $3. But what's interesting here is on the 29th of April, when it was trading just approximately $3.35, $3.40, we saw a significant spike up, And again, that's also with regard to the news article that I've just shared with you, where it went close to $5. And then from that high of $5, it's consolidated upward with strong bullish momentum upwards. And we can see it's just at one point it did breach the $6 mark, and closing at $5.98. So is there still potential? But before we look at the potential for the future, I'm going to share with you now the 1 month chart. So let's now have a look at the 5-day the 1 month charts. On the screen here, you'll be able to see that over 1 month the stock is up in excess of 153%, and just approximately 1 month ago the stock was trading around about the $2.50 mark, and at one point it came down to approximately $2. We can see here around about 11th of April 2022 it was trading just below the $2 mark, but from around about the 19th of April 2022, that's when we saw a significant increase in the RSI. It jumped from around about 40 all the way up to in excess of 80. So huge volume, huge interest, and the stock did spike from just below $2 to in excess of $3.50. So again, it came back down, and very recently we've seen a very strong increase up. If you look towards the end of the chart, you'll see lots and lots of green candles, lots of buying, lots of volume. So let's now have a look at the data with regard to Ortex. So on the screen now, you'll be able to see information with regard to live short interest data from NASDAQ through Ortex for RDBX. And what's interesting here certainly is in terms of short interest, we can see short interest is approximately 51%. But I think what's certainly interesting is the cost to borrow. So if we look at the maximum cost to borrow, this is a staggering 439%. But what's a lot more interesting is the average cost to borrow. That's approximately 323%. So what I can also add on for you here is that utilization is 100%. So 100%, that means that the demand for shares from short sellers is very high. So again, this is certainly primed for a potential move up again next week, but certainly a stock with huge risk and also huge reward. And finally, if you'd like to get advanced notification of stocks such as RDBX and CYN and also ATA in our Discord, this is an area where we discuss trading live and also make calls and carry out due diligence and research. So if you'd like to join the community, you can join for as little as $9 a month. If you do join before May, you'll have your May payment refunded, and the payments are from as little as $9 a month. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.